If you've been living with knee pain that just won't go away, I need you to listen closely for the next few minutes, because what I'm about to share with you could change everything. Maybe your knees ache when you wake up in the morning. Maybe climbing stairs feels impossible. Maybe you've tried creams, pills, exercises, and nothing seems to work for more than a day or two. You're not alone, and more importantly, you're not out of options. There's a combination that's been helping people get back to walking without wincing, gardening without regret, and playing with their grandkids without paying for it the next day. It's not a miracle cure, and it's not some expensive new drug. It's something that's been around for centuries, hiding in plain sight. Bone broth combined with turmeric. I know it sounds simple, almost too simple, but stay with me, because the way these two work together in your body is nothing short of remarkable. Your knees are crying out for something specific, something that most pain relievers don't provide. They need deep nourishment. They need inflammation to calm down, and they need the building blocks to actually repair damaged cartilage and tissue. That's exactly what this combination delivers. And I'm going to show you 3 different ways to use it that have helped thousands of people just like you start moving again with less pain, less stiffness, and a whole lot more hope. You deserve to feel good in your body again. You deserve to move without that constant nagging discomfort. So let's talk about how bone broth and turmeric can help you get there, starting today. Method number 1. Golden morning bone broth. Let me paint a picture for you. It's early morning, and instead of waking up to knees that feel like rusty hinges, you're sipping on something warm and soothing that's already starting to ease that stiffness before you even get out of bed. That's what this first method is all about, and it's become a game changer for people who wake up with the worst knee pain of their day. Here's what makes this so powerful. When you sleep, your body goes into repair mode, but your joints can get stiff because you're not moving for hours. Inflammation builds up overnight, and that's why mornings are often the hardest. This golden morning bone broth works because it combines the deep healing properties of bone broth with the anti-inflammatory punch of turmeric, and it delivers both right when your body needs them most. Bone broth is loaded with something called collagen, and if you don't know what that is, think of it as the glue that holds your joints together. As we age, our bodies produce less collagen, and that's part of why our knees start to hurt and feel unstable. Bone broth gives your body the exact amino acids it needs to rebuild that collagen, especially glycine and proline. These aren't just fancy words. They're the building blocks your cartilage desperately needs to repair itself. And here's the beautiful part. When you drink bone broth regularly, you're literally feeding your joints the raw materials they need to get stronger. Now add turmeric to that, and you've got something extraordinary happening. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds we know of. It works by blocking the enzymes and cytokines that cause inflammation in your joints. When inflammation goes down, pain goes down. Swelling reduces, stiffness eases. And when you combine curcumin with the collagen from bone broth, you're attacking knee pain from 2 angles at once, rebuilding while you're reducing inflammation. Let me tell you exactly how to make this. You'll need 2 cups of high-quality bone broth. If you can make your own, that's ideal. But if you're buying it, look for organic bone broth made from grass-fed animals, because the quality really matters here. You'll also need 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. This is crucial because black pepper contains piperine, which increases the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%. 1 teaspoon of raw honey for a touch of sweetness and additional anti-inflammatory benefits, and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil or ghee. Here's how you prepare it, and I want you to really take your time with this, because the process matters. Pour your 2 cups of bone broth into a small pot and heat it gently over medium-low heat. You don't want to boil it, just warm it until it's steaming. While it's heating, add your teaspoon of turmeric and your black pepper. Stir them in completely so there are no clumps. The black pepper might seem like a small detail, but without it, most of that curcumin is going to pass right through your system without being absorbed. With it, your body can actually use what you're giving it. Once the broth is warm and the spices are stirred in, add your tablespoon of coconut oil or ghee. This is important because curcumin is fat-soluble, meaning it needs fat to be properly absorbed. The oil also adds a richness to the broth that makes it feel more satisfying, almost like you're drinking something healing and luxurious at the same time. Stir everything together until the oil is completely melted and incorporated. Finally, remove it from the heat and stir in your teaspoon of raw honey. Don't add the honey while it's too hot, because high heat can destroy some of honey's beneficial enzymes. Now you've got this beautiful golden elixir, and I want you to drink it warm, not hot, not cold, but comfortably warm. The warmth itself is therapeutic because it helps relax the muscles around your knee joints and improves circulation, bringing more healing nutrients to the area. Sip it slowly. Let it coat your throat. Feel the warmth spread through your chest and into your belly. This isn't just about getting the nutrients in. It's about giving yourself a moment of calm and care first thing in the morning. When should you drink this? Ideally, you want to have this about 20 to 30 minutes before you eat breakfast on a relatively empty stomach. Why? Because when your stomach is empty, your body can absorb all those amino acids and that curcumin much more efficiently. It also means that the anti-inflammatory effects kick in faster. So by the time you're getting up and moving around, your knees already have some relief working for them. Make this a daily habit, every single morning. Consistency is everything here, because you're not just masking pain, you're actually helping your body rebuild and heal. Some people notice less stiffness within the first week. Others find that after 2 or 3 weeks, they're moving easier than they have in years. Your body is unique, so give it time, but trust the process. Keep showing up for yourself with this warm, golden morning ritual, and your knees will start to respond. Method number 2. Turmeric-infused bone broth ice cubes for targeted relief. Now, I know what you might be thinking after that first method. Warm broth is wonderful, but what about those moments when your knee is hot, swollen and throbbing? What about after you've been on your feet all day, or after you've pushed yourself a little too hard? That's where this second method comes in, and it's brilliant because it gives you the healing power of bone broth and turmeric in a completely different form that targets acute inflammation and swelling. This is about creating something you can use topically, directly on your knee, whenever you need fast relief. We're going to make turmeric-infused bone broth ice cubes that you can massage onto your painful, swollen knee to bring down inflammation, cool the heat, and deliver those healing compounds right where you need them most. Here's why this works so well. When your knee is inflamed and swollen, there's excess fluid building up in the joint, and the area becomes warm to the touch. Cold therapy, or cryotherapy, is one of the most effective ways to reduce that swelling quickly. It constricts blood vessels, reduces blood flow to the area temporarily, and brings down that heat and puffiness. But here's where we take it further than just regular ice. By freezing bone broth with turmeric, you're creating ice cubes that, as they melt against your skin, release anti-inflammatory compounds that can be absorbed through your skin and the tissues around your knee. Your skin is more permeable than you might think, especially when it's warm and your pores are open. As you massage these ice cubes onto your knee, the cold brings immediate relief, and as they start to melt, the curcumin from the turmeric and the amino acids from the bone broth create a thin film on your skin that gets absorbed into the underlying tissues. It's like giving your knee a double dose of healing, from the outside in and the inside out, if you're also drinking the broth. Let me walk you through how to make these. You'll need 1 cup of bone broth, the same high-quality kind we talked about before. You'll need half a teaspoon of ground turmeric, a pinch of black pepper again for that absorption boost, and an ice cube tray. That's it. Simple but effective. Start by warming your 1 cup of bone broth just slightly, just enough so it's easier to stir in the turmeric and black pepper. You don't need to heat it a lot, just a little warmth to help everything dissolve evenly. Add your half teaspoon of turmeric and your pinch of black pepper, and stir thoroughly until there are no lumps and the mixture is a uniform golden color. Now, pour this mixture into your ice cube tray. You want to fill each compartment about 3/4 full because the liquid will expand slightly as it freezes. Place the tray in your freezer and let it freeze completely. This usually takes about 3 to 4 hours, but I recommend making a batch and keeping them in your freezer so you always have them ready when you need them. Here's how to use them, and this is where the magic happens. When your knee is swollen, painful, or feeling hot, take 1 or 2 of these frozen cubes out of the tray. If they're sticking, just run a little warm water on the bottom of the tray for a few seconds. Sit down somewhere comfortable where you can elevate your leg slightly. Take 1 cube and begin massaging it directly onto your knee in slow, circular motions. Focus on the areas that hurt the most. Maybe it's right around the kneecap, or on the sides, or in that soft spot just below the knee. Move the cube gently but firmly, letting the cold penetrate deep into the joint. As the cube melts, you'll feel that cool liquid running down your skin, and that's exactly what you want. That's the turmeric and bone broth mixture working its way into your tissues. Keep massaging for about 5 to 10 minutes, using a second cube if the first one melts completely. What you'll notice almost immediately is that the heat in your knee starts to dissipate. The throbbing calms down. The swelling visibly reduces. And over the next hour or two, you'll feel a deeper sense of relief as the anti-inflammatory compounds do their work beneath the surface. When should you use this method? Anytime your knee feels particularly inflamed, or after activities that tend to aggravate it. Maybe you've been gardening, or walking more than usual, or standing for a long time. This is your go-to for acute flare-ups. You can use it once or twice a day, or whenever you need it. Some people love using these ice cubes right before bed after a long day, because it helps them sleep better without that constant ache keeping them awake. And here's a tip that many people don't think about. After you've massaged with the ice cube and your knee is cool and the mixture has soaked in, wrap your knee gently in a soft towel or cloth for about 10 minutes. This helps the remaining compounds continue to absorb without wiping them away, and it also feels incredibly soothing. You're giving your knee the care and attention it deserves, and it will respond. Method number 3. Evening bone broth and turmeric golden paste. The third method is all about setting yourself up for a restful, pain-free night and waking up with less stiffness than you felt in a long time. This is your evening routine, your way of telling your body that it's time to heal, repair, and let go of the day's tension. We're going to make what's called a golden paste using turmeric, and we're going to combine it with bone broth in a way that maximizes overnight healing. Here's what happens while you sleep. Your body shifts into deep repair mode. Growth hormone is released, tissues are rebuilt, and inflammation is processed and cleared. But if you go to bed with your joints already inflamed and depleted of the nutrients they need, your body can't do its best work. This evening method ensures that right before you sleep, you're flooding your system with everything your knees need to heal while you rest. The golden paste is a concentrated form of turmeric that's been mixed with oil and black pepper to create a thick, potent mixture that stores well and is incredibly easy to use. When you add this to warm bone broth in the evening, you create a powerful nighttime elixir that reduces inflammation, supports joint repair, and helps you sleep more comfortably. Let me teach you how to make the golden paste first, because you'll make a batch that lasts about 2 weeks. And then you'll just add a spoonful to your bone broth each night. You'll need 1/2 cup of ground turmeric, 1 cup of filtered water, 1½ teaspoons of black pepper, and 1/4 cup of coconut oil or olive oil. Here's the process. In a small saucepan, combine your 1/2 cup of turmeric with your cup of water. Stir them together over low heat. You're going to gently cook this mixture, stirring constantly, for about 7 to 10 minutes. What you're looking for is a thick paste that's smooth and doesn't have any dry pockets of turmeric powder. It should look like a thick, golden frosting. If it gets too thick, add a tiny bit more water, a tablespoon at a time. If it's too thin, just keep cooking it gently until it thickens up. Once you've got that thick paste consistency, remove it from the heat and stir in your 1½ teaspoons of black pepper and your 1/4 cup of oil. Mix everything thoroughly until it's completely smooth and uniform. The oil and pepper are transforming that turmeric into something your body can actually absorb and use. Let the mixture cool, then transfer it to a clean glass jar with a lid. This paste will keep in your refrigerator for about 2 weeks, and it's pure gold for your joints. Now, every evening, about an hour before bed, here's what you're going to do. Heat 1½ cups of bone broth in a small pot until it's warm and steaming, but again, not boiling. Once it's warm, remove it from the heat and stir in 1 teaspoon of your golden paste. Stir it well until the paste dissolves completely into the broth. The broth will turn this beautiful, deep golden color, and you'll smell that earthy, slightly peppery aroma of the turmeric. At this point, you can add a little extra flavor if you want. A squeeze of fresh lemon juice adds vitamin C, which helps with collagen production. A small piece of fresh ginger, grated, adds even more anti-inflammatory power and aids digestion. A pinch of cinnamon can help regulate blood sugar and adds a comforting warmth. These are optional, but they enhance both the flavor and the healing properties. Pour this into your favorite mug and find a quiet, comfortable place to sit. This isn't just about drinking something healthy. It's about creating an evening ritual that signals to your body and mind that it's time to slow down and heal. Sip it slowly over 10 or 15 minutes. Let the warmth relax you. Feel the tension of the day melting away. What's happening inside your body as you drink this is profound. The curcumin is getting into your bloodstream and traveling to your inflamed joints, where it's blocking inflammatory pathways and easing pain. The collagen from the bone broth is providing the amino acids your body will use overnight to repair cartilage and connective tissue in your knees. The warmth is improving circulation, helping those nutrients reach every part of your joint. Drink this every single evening, about an hour before you go to bed. Why an hour before? Because you want to give your body time to start absorbing and processing these nutrients before you lie down. You also want to avoid drinking too much liquid right before bed, so you're not waking up to use the bathroom and interrupting that crucial deep sleep. What people notice with this evening method is that they wake up with significantly less stiffness. That morning pain that used to take an hour to work out, it's reduced, sometimes gone entirely. Their knees feel more stable, more supported, more like they did years ago. And because they're sleeping better, without pain waking them up or keeping them uncomfortable, their whole body heals more efficiently. This is the method that builds on itself. The first night, you might notice a little less pain. By the end of the first week, you're moving easier in the mornings. By the end of the first month, you realize you're doing things you hadn't been able to do, and you're doing them without that constant fear that your knees will give out or flare up. Summary and outro. So there you have it. 3 powerful natural ways to use bone broth and turmeric to finally get real relief from knee pain, stiffness, and inflammation. The golden morning broth that sets you up for a pain-free day. The ice cubes that bring down swelling and cool acute flare-ups. And the evening golden paste ritual that helps your body heal while you sleep. These aren't quick fixes, they're not magic pills, but they're something better. They're real, sustainable solutions that work with your body's natural healing processes. They give your joints what they actually need to repair, rebuild, and function the way they're supposed to. And when you stay consistent with them, when you make them part of your daily routine, you'll start to see changes that last. I know it can feel overwhelming when you've tried so many things that didn't work. I know it's hard to believe that something this simple could make a difference. But I'm asking you to give this a real try. Give it 30 days. Commit to at least one of these methods, or better yet, use all 3, and pay attention to how you feel. Notice the small changes. Maybe you walk a little easier. Maybe you sleep a little better. Maybe you have one day where you forget your knee even hurts. Those small victories add up to something life-changing. Your knees have been carrying you your whole life. They deserve this kind of care. You deserve to move without pain. You deserve to feel strong and capable in your body again. And I truly believe these methods can help you get there. If this video helped you, if you're going to try one of these methods, do me a favor and hit that like button. Leave a comment and tell me which method you're most excited to try. Or if you've already tried bone broth and turmeric and what your experience was. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. And if you want more natural solutions for pain, inflammation, and living your healthiest life, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Take care of yourself. Be patient with your body. Trust the process. And I'll see you in the next video. If you've been struggling with knee pain that just won't go away, this video might change everything for you. I'm sharing 3 powerful methods that combine bone broth and turmeric to naturally reduce knee pain, inflammation, stiffness, and swelling, without relying on medications or expensive treatments. Bone broth is packed with collagen, glycine, and proline. the exact amino acids your joints need to rebuild damaged cartilage and connective tissue. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. When you combine these two together, you're giving your knees exactly what they need to heal from the inside out. In this video, you'll learn how to make a golden morning bone broth that reduces stiffness and sets you up for a pain-free day. You'll discover how to create turmeric-infused bone broth ice cubes that bring down swelling and cool acute flare-ups instantly. And I'll teach you the evening golden paste ritual that helps your body repair your joints while you sleep, so you wake up with less pain and more mobility. These aren't quick fixes or temporary solutions. These are natural, sustainable methods that work with your body's healing processes to give you real, lasting relief. Whether you're dealing with arthritis, general knee pain, joint inflammation, or stiffness from aging or overuse, these remedies can help you move easier, feel better, and get back to doing the things you love. Consistency is key. Give these methods 30 days, stay committed, and pay attention to how your body responds. Many people notice reduced morning stiffness within the first week, less swelling after activities, and significantly improved mobility after a month of daily use. If you're tired of living with knee pain and ready to try something natural that actually works, watch this entire video and start implementing these methods today. Your knees will thank you. Make sure to like this video if you found it helpful. Leave a comment sharing which method you're going to try first, and subscribe for more natural health remedies and pain relief solutions. Let's heal together.